Hi, I'm Steve, and I'm trying a new lighting setup, so I hope this still looks good. I am extremely fortunate and lucky and privileged to be in the circumstances that I'm currently in. My friends, my family, myself am healthy. I have a house, I have a roof over my head, I have food, and I'm taking online college classes while I live at home. But I'm about to complain a lot right now about the year. Since 2020 is actually finally over now, I'm gonna break down my year for you. My last video was more positive about 2020. This year is gonna be the real 2020. My 2020. I'm gonna start my 2021 yelling about 2020 so I can finally get some sleep and move on and go to bed! And the thing is, the year started off great. I was in sunny, warm California. I was vlogging the trip, which you can, go watch on my channel by clicking here, I think, maybe here, or just go through the channel. But I was there in California. It was great. Now, I'm a soft boy, and we soft boys write down our thoughts, fears, dreams, and achievements down in journals. And I happen to also be journaling the trip and my year. So we're just gonna read a few entries here and there to just fill in my actual thoughts from the time. Here we are, Wednesday, January 1st, 2020. I won't give away too many details of this day, but I will say, heads up, I did write this. Fuck 2020. That was January 1st. Now, I don't want to say that I'm a trendsetter, but I mean, I said it first. But even after we came back from California, things were alright. The world was on fire, but things were okay. I was like, you know what, these fires, it'll all be good, this will figure itself out, and things were going pretty good. I'm a political science guy. I'm a political science major, and I happen to be a fan of Bernie Sanders and his ideas. I'm a, dirty socialist commie bastard, if you will. And in February, I was feeling pretty good about Bernie Sanders' chances of being the Democratic nominee to beat Donald Trump. He had won the popular vote in Iowa, he had just won New Hampshire, and he had just crushed the vote in Nevada. It looked like he was gonna steamroll Super Tuesday and win it all! But then, he really didn't. In a perfect storm of a lot of circumstances that just the stars were not aligned, and it was supposed to be his time! It was his year! I don't know why this happened! But he still got a chance, right? Here's how Bernie Sanders can still win the 2020 nomination! And then, quarantine. The pandemic hit, and it hit hard. And I am sad to admit that in the beginning, I was one of those people who was saying, this is an overreaction, everything's gonna work out fine, we know what, at the time, things were falling apart in Italy back when that was the hot spot. And I was like, but America, we see what's going on in Italy and we won't be like that. This is gonna be just like Ebola. Except during Ebola, we had a guy in charge who had an actual head on his shoulders and listened to scientists. This time around, we didn't have that, and we were screwed, and it's all his fault. Donald Trump. Here's part of an entry from March 22nd. I find comfort in the fact that everyone else is in the same boat trying to figure this out too. I just want this to be over. I hope in 2 weeks this is all over. Or at least has calmed the fuck down. I'm terrified of what happens if things don't calm down in the next 2 weeks. This was March 22nd. I had no idea what was coming. And looking back, that's almost even worse, is that back then, so many people thought it was just gonna be a couple weeks, and it was gonna calm down, but then there was this weird anti-mask protest and rights standpoint that made no sense whatsoever, and it still just got worse and worse, until Tuesday, May 5th, another entry. We live in such a terrifying time. My fear is it's going to get worse. Spoiler alert, it really did. I'm scared and I'm sad. I'm scared of what happens if things don't get better. This was May 5th. This was before the whole George Floyd protests. It was about to get way worse. I went to some of the Black Lives Matter protests. I was surprisingly moved. I thought it would be more of like a, fuck the police, fuck the government. But it was more like, oh dang, this is really, really awful and really, really terrible. And it has been all along. And I can't believe that I've lived for this long and I didn't know just how much injustice there is in this country, right in front of our faces, that we just did not look at the entire time. And I felt sad and angry. Around that time is when I also decided that, you know, I have to do everything in my power to make sure that Donald Trump does not get reelected. I was like, this is it. This is the moment. He can't win. We cannot let him win. Thankfully, we'll get to that later, we didn't. But the rest of the summer is just a blur of being so angry and so tired and so sad and so intoxicated because I just wanted to feel something. Man. But the whole time I kept saying this will be over soon because once school starts up again, there will be some sort of like structure in my life, right? Nope! I was too broke to live on campus, so what I ended up doing was driving from Milwaukee to Green Bay. That's 4 hours every week for my one class that was in person and my 7 hours of work that was up in Green Bay. It was a rough time. I was still so tired and so sad and so angry, and the stress of school did not help at all. And I thought that it would be like it was in spring. The spring online semester was easy. It was a cakewalk. I got the highest GPA I had ever gotten in the spring semester because everything was just rushed online. But this time they had time to prepare. Everything sucked. It was way worse this time around. I was shocked. I was astounded. I was like, how is it so difficult? Why? It's like starting school over on day one, but with no concept of school, but starting at a college level. And then there was the election, and the horrifying, terrifying, infuriating weeks that led up to the day, and then the days after. We won! Trump lost! He is out! Still didn't concede? Oh, he didn't concede? Well, he's insane. He's crazy. He's absolutely an absurd person. Surely this won't go on for too long. And then, finally, the vaccine! I read an article on the night of my birthday that said that the vaccine was going out tomorrow, and I was like, this is it. This is all I could have wanted for my birthday. And now the vaccine is going out and people are getting the vaccine. I hope it's working. I have not gotten it yet, but I am also not elderly or high risk or in the healthcare frontline essential workers. So I'll wait my turn. Until then, I'll just wear a mask and stay home as much as I can, as I encourage the rest of the world to do as well. It was a tough year. It was bad. I hope this year isn't worse. And there we have it. This was therapeutic. I liked yelling. I feel like I can move on now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make someone smile today. I hope you smiled today. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you are all doing safe. Climate change is happening. Black Lives Matter. Have a good day. Bye!